Hello and welcome. I'm the Wacky Musician. Welcome to another paper instrument video. Today's is pretty simple. This is make and play paper shaker or paper Guiro. So for this you'll need paper, of course. As always, I'm using scrap paper. You can see there's stuff on the back of it. Kind of like recycling in a sense. You also need rubber bands. I've got 5 here. 5's good, but you can use more or less. More will give you more sound. These are plain rubber bands. The one I originally made, you can see, has colored rubber bands on it. You'll need tape, which I meant to grab more of. Do I have enough there? I probably need to grab more tape. We'll do that. And then optional, you may want something to color with. I've got colored pencils here, crayons. I don't recommend markers. They make the paper thin and wet, but crayons work well and paper pencils work. Paper pencil, what's a paper pencil? And colored pencils work well. Alright, so now I have an extra roll of tape for when this one runs out, which will probably be soon. So we're ready to get started. Alright, so the first thing to do, if you want to put color, and that's what the paper pencils, I call them paper pencils again. If you want to put color, that's what the colored pencils or crayons are for. And you need to do that first. Take the sheet that's blank on the top. Say mine are scrap paper, so it's got stuff on the other side. And color what design you want before we do anything else. Yes, color whatever you want on it. That's pretend coloring. I've already done this, so we don't have to waste time with you watching me color. So I did a quick coloring here of different colors. That'll be my top sheet. Once your coloring is done, and remember you can always pause to do that. Once your coloring is done, count out 10 sheets. That's right, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to say it. You know that number. 8, 9, 10. Alright, bounce them together all smoothly. I'm going to put my extras off to the side. So 10 sheets with the colored sheet on top. Make sure they're all together well. Lay them upside down so that when you roll, the color sheet comes up. Notice got the long ways here. I'm rolling down the short ways. The long ways I'm bending over. So we take that. We want a fairly large roll. Don't roll it so tight. Just roll it up. And even I'm going to let go a little and let it loosen. So we want a nice wide roll. That's going to give us more sound. So it's hollow and has some sound chamber to it. Say probably about there is pretty good. Peekaboo. Now it's tape time. Don't let it come undone. Grab your tape. And as we always do, one at the top. One thing I should point out, be careful. If you use crayons, I know I have trouble saying that word, it comes out weird. If you use crayons, the tape may not stick as well, so you'll need to make sure it gets stuck. I know the wax on the crayon sometimes keeps the tape from sticking. So make sure your tape stick is the point. Make sure it sticks. And then, so one at the top, one at the bottom, one in the middle. One in the middle was kind of loose, so I'm going to do it again. Bah. Get it a little tighter here. And now, we actually do want to tape the entire seam here. So I'm going to take a long piece, and there's the end of my tape. That's why we got the other roll. See if it'll cut. And we're going to tape down the entire seam. Easier said than done. Then put that tape across the whole seam. It's not quite long enough what I got, so I'm going to need to get more out. But you want to go down the entire seam where the paper meets. Tape it down. And actually, there's a tiny bit of tape left after this part. I'm going to go ahead and use that before I change the roll. It's not cutting. There we go. And then I can finish my tape here down the roll. We don't want any part of the loose paper available, let's say. We want to make sure it's all stuck down. Now, that long piece is not going to stay well, so we need to go over it in multiple places with pieces going perpendicular, going this way to hold it down so it doesn't come loose. One there. There's however many you feel like. I think I probably do about 5 spots. There's the end of that roll. Oop. One spot here. So that, just so that I have enough that that's going to stay in place. We don't want the paper to be loose here because we're going to be scraping, and if it's loose it's going to get torn up. Now let me change this real quick. I need more tape. There we go. Alright, now take another piece and look inside for where the seam is. I'm trying to show you, but I think my finger gets in the way. The inside seam there. We want to tape over that to make sure that doesn't move. Put some tape over and try to secure that on both sides. So, get my fingers on it. So here's the, it's hard to show you because my finger gets in the way. There, you can see it, the inside seam. On the other side, we're going to tape that in. Try to keep it from moving so our tube doesn't try to collapse on itself as we put pressure on it. Alright, so right now we have our tube. That's all it is, it's a tube. It's all taped up on the seams. If you hold it lightly and hit it, I've already made this part from another one, we'll make this in the future. It actually makes a decent sound. That would go all the way back to make and play paper rhythm sticks, I think it's called, where we make 2 of these and hit them together. But that's not what we're doing, so we got to move on. So now we need our rubber bands. Depending on the size of your rubber band, you're going to need to twist it at least once, maybe twice if they're bigger. Maybe only once, maybe not at all if they're smaller. You're going to twist it and you're just going to put it about a little more than halfway down, maybe 3/4 of the way down. So I've got a rubber band right here. I just try to get it get together. We got, because it's bent over, we got 2, it looks like 2, but it's only 1. We want to get them all together as if they were 1. And they are 1, but yeah, you know what I mean, I hope. And then second rubber band I bent over and I'm putting it on. Give maybe an inch of space between them, and again try to get the 2 pieces to wrap together pretty well. That's kind of close. So now I've got 2 rubber bands on there. Third rubber band, again I'm going to bend it over to make it small enough and tight enough. And again we pop that on about 1 inch away. Try to get the 2 pieces together. We've now got 3 rubber bands. Fourth one, bend it over. Put it in place about 1 inch away. Get the 2 pieces to try to be together. Not always as easy as it sounds. And 1 more, and you can put on more if you want. I'm doing 5. Fifth rubber band, same thing. Boop. Alright, good. I'm going to move this up just a little bit closer to the top and move all of these up a little bit because I got space. The final frontier. There we go. So we got now our tube with 5 rubber bands on it. Bands that are made out of rubber must have bouncy music. Really bad joke, but whatever. I'm going to move these out of the way or drop them on the floor. That works too. Alright, now that was pretty simple. Well, we want to make sure the rubber bands don't move around too much. So we're going to take another long piece of tape. And I'm going to do it right over the seam where because we already got tons of tape there, we're just going to add more tape over the seam. So we want to go over all 5 rubber bands. And then I'm going to tuck under the hole here as well. That'll help make sure it's more secure. Now again, because that's a long piece, it's not going to stay well. So we're going to take some shorter pieces over this way, perpendicular, in between each rubber band to make sure that it stays. So here's the first one. Put at the very top. just above the first rubber band. Second one between the first and second rubber band. Again, that's to make sure the tape stays and holds the rubber bands in place. And between the third and fourth, it's rolling away. And between the fourth and fifth, that wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I do that one? I don't know. I'm going to do this one. I may be doing it again. I think I said third and fourth, but actually did second and third. That was third and fourth. And then between fourth and fifth, and one below the fifth. And that should keep our rubber band in there pretty good. So that when we scrape across, it doesn't move too much. So now we got our tube with the rubber band secured. We basically have our paper scraper part ready. We just need to make the stick to scrape it with. So we need more paper. Let's go with 3 sheets. Get 3 sheets of paper, and you can color this too if you want. I'm not going to. Bounce them together. Make sure the part you want to be seen, like if you colored it, that should be facing down so it shows up when you roll it. This time we're going to take the short end and bend it over and roll down the long end. And we want to keep this roll fairly tight. Doesn't have to be super tight. Not like when we did drumsticks. This one can have a little roundness to it. A little bit of a hole, but not too much. So that's pretty good. Something like that is good. Still got a bit of a hole. It's not so tight, but it's also not too loose. And now it's tape time again. So put some tape on the top. Line that up better. Tape on the bottom. Tape in the middle. And then once again, we want to go down that seam here. We want to tape all these pieces of paper down. So we're going to do a big long one. Otherwise they will get all torn up. We need them secured. And right down the seam. This piece is a little too long, but we'll just tuck it inside. Well, it's not quite that bad. Not as bad as I thought. Tuck it inside the tube. And then as we did with the other, again, that tape is not going to stay well, so we need to go perpendicular across it. Put a bunch of smaller tapes to hold it down, going perpendicular to it across it. You can decide how many. Again, I'm probably going to do 5, maybe 6. Get that. Okay. Alright. I've got, what? That's 4, yeah. 5 is good. 5 is what I'm going to do. You can always do more. You just want to make sure that big long piece of tape isn't going to come up. And make sure all the paper here is covered with tape on the seam. That way it won't tear up as you use it. So this is our scraping stick. We've got our scraper, paper scraper. It's got a nice ring to it, paper scraper, or a paper Guiro. Guiro is an existing instrument, usually made out of wood with bumps on it. That's also a scraper, but you can also hit it. You can hit this too. It's not going to sound like a Guiro when you hit it, but you'll get a tone. Particularly if you hold it loose. Now if you hold it tight, you still get, as long as, but if you hold it here, you won't get much. You're getting, if you hold it at the bottom and tap it, you do. But that's not the point. That's one thing you can do with it, but of course the point is the scraping. It's a paper scraper. So here's the seam. I want to go away from the seam and scrape across. And that's your paper scraper or paper Guiro. And so you can make different rhythms on it by scraping, and you can also alternate hit scrape. And so that completes our paper scraper, paper Guiro project. Hope you had fun. Check out some of our other make and play paper videos. There's a lot of them now. Been doing this since 2014. And have a great day and a great whatever. Make beautiful music. This is Wacky Musician scraping out.